Welcome to this video on dangling modifiers. We'll be reviewing everything you need to know about this common grammatical error in English. This video covers the foundational concepts, 4 common patterns, 2 methods for fixing the errors, and includes numerous worked examples and practice questions. We begin with Section 1, Foundations. We'll cover the definition, the grammar rule, the distinction between dangling and misplaced modifiers, and the 2 fix methods. A dangling modifier is a descriptive phrase, usually at the start of a sentence, that lacks a logical subject in the main clause. The action described is performed by a person or thing completely absent from the sentence. Dangling modifiers attach to the nearest noun, often creating absurd meaning. To check, ask yourself, who is performing the action in the opening phrase? The core rule for participial phrases is that the phrase at the start must be immediately followed by the noun it describes. Otherwise, the noun following the comma is assumed to be the subject. Always fix the dangling modifier without changing the original intended meaning. It's important to distinguish between dangling and misplaced modifiers. With a dangling modifier, the subject is completely missing, while a misplaced modifier has the subject present but incorrectly positioned. The quick test is, if moving the modifier next to a noun makes sense, it's misplaced. If not, it's dangling, and you need to add the missing noun. There are 2 methods to fix every dangling modifier. Method A involves rewriting the main clause so the correct noun immediately follows the phrase. Method B converts the dangling phrase into a full subordinate clause with its own subject and verb. Now, let's look at pattern 1, the ing phrase, which is one of the most common patterns in exams. The pattern 1 rule states that if a sentence starts with a present participial phrase, the first noun after the comma must be the one performing the action. For instance, in a dangling sentence like, walking along the city streets, a mountain of uncollected trash could be seen, the grammar implies the trash was walking. Here are some examples of pattern 1 with corrections using both method A and method B. Note the explanation for why each original sentence is wrong. Practice these to build fluency. Continue your practice with this second set of pattern 1 examples. Remember to apply the core rule. The noun immediately following the comma must be the doer of the action in the opening phrase. This final set of pattern 1 examples includes sentences that are already correct. The key is to check if the first noun correctly performs the action described in the ing phrase. Moving on to Section 3, Pattern 2, the having plus participle phrase. This pattern describes an action completed before the main clause action. For Pattern 2, the subject who performed the earlier action, indicated by having or not having, must appear as the first noun after the comma. Use the diagnostic question, who had the experience, to identify the correct subject. Avoid common errors, like assigning the action to an inanimate object. Review these examples for Pattern 2. The fixes demonstrate both Method A, keeping the participle phrase, and Method B, converting it to a full subordinate clause. Both maintain the original meaning while correcting the error. Here are more Pattern 2 examples focused on having plus participle for comprehensive practice. Carefully check the corrected versions to understand how the dangling modifier is resolved in each case. Section 4 introduces Pattern 3, infinitive phrases. These error phrases starting with to plus a verb, such as to become rich or to pass the exam. The Pattern 3 rule is that the person who intends to perform the action in the infinitive phrase must be the subject of the main clause. If an inanimate object or passive construction follows the comma, the modifier dangles. Note the signal structure. To verb, the person who wants to do it must action. Review this set of Pattern 3 examples. They illustrate how the inanimate subject problem is corrected using both Method A, restructuring the main clause, and Method B, using a subordinate clause. This second set of Pattern 3 examples provides further illustration of fixing dangling infinitive phrases. Again, observe how both correction methods resolve the logical disconnect caused by the wrong subject. We now move to Section 5, Pattern 4, which covers past participle phrases. These phrases often describe a state or completed condition using a past participle or adjective. For Pattern 4, the noun being described must immediately follow the comma. Ask, who was found destitute, published, sick, or frustrated? The answer must be the subject of the main clause. Review the examples of signal words for this pattern. Examine this set of Pattern 4 examples. Notice how in each correct version, the The subject immediately following the comma is the person or thing that was in the described state. This second set of pattern 4 examples provides additional practice. Note the last example is already correct because Dr. Agray's words were indeed inscribed on the pedestal. Section 6 offers a deep dive into the 2 fix methods. Method A, rewriting the main clause, and Method B, using a subordinate clause. We'll explore when to choose each method. This side-by-side comparison shows the original dangling modifier sentence alongside the corrections using Method A and Method B. Both methods are grammatically correct. Choose the one that reads most naturally for your purpose. Section 7 addresses the, quote, overcorrection trap by looking at sentences that are already grammatically correct and should not be changed. These examples are all correct as written. Always apply the diagnostic question first. If the first noun after the comma logically performs the action or fits the phrase, the sentence is correct and requires no modification. Finally, Section 8 provides more practice examples drawn from exam papers to help you master identifying and correcting dangling modifiers. Practice with these past exam questions. Identify the dangling modifiers pattern and use either Method A or Method B to provide a clear, corrected sentence. Let's review the exam paper examples. Studying each night, the candidate knew his success was guaranteed, is correct. Similarly, feeling hot that afternoon, we took off our sweaters, is correct. Check all examples against the diagnostic question to understand the correct fixes. Continuing with the exam papers, frustrated by piles of work, Martin was tempted to watch television is the correct version, as is, the policeman waved his wide-brimmed and shiny hat at the parade. Remember, the first noun must logically relate to the opening phrase. Now we transition to Section 9, Mixed Practice. This section will challenge you to identify the pattern and apply the correct fix using all 4 patterns we've covered. In this mixed practice set, apply the diagnostic question to each example. Notice that the first example is actually correct. For approaching the building, the error is pattern 1. For to reduce traffic congestion, the error is pattern 3. Ensure your fixes adhere to the original meaning. Here are more unlabeled examples in set B. Exhausted and dehydrated is a pattern 4 error. When only 4 years old is an elliptical pattern 1. To understand the cause is pattern 3. Use the correct noun for a clear correction. Set C presents challenge examples, including some correct sentences. After baking for several hours, grandmother removed the cake is correct. Munching leaves is pattern 1. As a young girl is a misrelated modifier. Apply the diagnostic question carefully to each. We now enter Section 10, Exam Strategy and Reference. Here we summarize the 5-step method, common traps, and all 4 patterns for quick review. The 5-step method is your strategy for every dangling modifier question. Step 1, read the sentence. Step 2, ask the diagnostic question. Step 3, check the first noun. Step 4, choose your fix method. Step 5, verify the meaning is preserved. Be aware of these common exam traps. Don't overcorrect correct sentences. Never change the meaning. Avoid passive constructions that hide the subject. Don't assume having phrases are always wrong. And if required, provide both fix methods. This quick reference sheet summarizes the 4 patterns, the signals, the diagnostic questions, the 2 fix methods, and the golden rules for correcting dangling modifiers effectively.